Mackenzie Switzer with us here in the Mendola show. Adversity hit you right in the face. Let's talk about battling back from that knee injury.
It's definitely a battle, mentally and physically. So you have to be in the right mindset to come back after an injury like that, especially after not being able to play all fall in field hockey. I didn't think I was going to play at all this spring, but I'm just thankful that I got to play a little bit more than I thought.
Well, you're such we've talked a few times, such a great soccer player, and then field hockey, you like, became great at that. But then that passion for lacrosse has always been there. You played for a long time now. Your dad, a big part of that. Talk about, just soaking up lacrosse, but when you're going to field hockey, to Lafayette for field hockey, but soaking up lacrosse.
Yeah, I love playing lacrosse. I've loved it. I played since like third grade, so I started playing that out. Like soccer's obviously played first, but I think lacrosse is kind of similar to field hockey, but it's just like a different type of game, and it's just a fun game to play.
Let's talk about trying to get into this season and just trying to say, okay, I can make it, I can play, I can compete. That had to be difficult, as you said, mentally, physically, but maybe there was a game with some rain and you weren't able to play, you're just kind of taking it easy and making sure that you are able to compete. What was that process like for you to kind of say, okay, I can do it, I can't do it?
There was a lot of communication between both the coaches, the trainers, my trainer. Obviously, it's a lot of judgment calls. So some games I took myself, I knew I wasn't going to play just because I don't want to risk anything. I have a whole 4 years ahead of me still playing, so I didn't want to risk it for a game that was just 60 minutes long.
When you talk a little bit about the leading some of these freshmen, because there's a lot of young players here, what has that been like for you to try to, and again, you've been in leadership roles before, but talk about just doing it here with lacrosse your senior year.
All the freshmen on the team are super, they want to be here, they want to work, and they want to learn from the upperclassmen. So I think that's really nice, just having that atmosphere around us that we know that they look up to them. So we try to put on a face and try to show leadership that they can take on when we graduate. Your
folks have been there the whole way, but you've had an extra bond with your dad, with the coaching, with lacrosse. Talk a little bit about being around him. I'm sure some days it's like, hey, Dad, you're annoying, and other days you're like, man, I'm so lucky to have a dad like that.
Of course. He's a huge role in especially lacrosse coaching. Some games he's allowed from the field screaming at me, but I know he has my best interest at heart and my back all the time. So it's just nice to have him at home and on the field, just as a person who has my back.
Look, let's talk a little bit about the recruiting process for you and eventually with Lafayette and what that was like. And okay, field hockey is where I want to go, or this is my sport.
I actually didn't decide that I was definitely playing field hockey until that first recruiting, the cutoff. I think it's June 15th or something. And the coaches down at Lafayette is really what drew me there. The campus is beautiful and they're just super supportive, and the whole coaching staff down there really made me love field hockey and want to play the next 4 years.
There's still a lot of work to do. Let's talk about the next couple of months with this injury with your knee and just saying, okay, you don't know when that 100%'s coming, but you keep working towards it.
Yep, I'm about 8 months out now, so getting back into more athletic movements and more game sort of cuts and stuff is definitely my biggest priority. Just getting back in shape, getting back running. This summer is going to be really important, and I just got to get back to work.
When you talk about emotional things, so okay, big win against Lehman, you follow that up, a tough game against Crestwood, but now you got to bounce back for the state playoffs. What do you think this team will do in that opening round, no matter how good that team is? How do you feel like your chances are you'll come out, with a lot of energy, you'll play with heart? What is it about this team?
I think that everyone wants to play, everyone wants to be at states. It's our first year getting to states, so I think it's super exciting, and we're excited to see where it could take us. Tough loss the other day, but I think that if we play the way we played against Lehman with the heart and just playing the whole game, I think we have a good chance.
Let's talk about, we know what your dad's like, but Coach DeLuca, Coach Sabatini, talk about how they kind of round out this coaching staff a little bit and everybody has a little expertise maybe.
Sure. Coach Limo and Coach Carl are always there for us no matter what. They just give us encouragement and tell us to keep pushing no matter what the score is, no matter the outcome. They just tell us to not stop until that last whistle.
Well, great to see you. Great to see you come back, and we wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.